A while ago, my wife and I were traveling back from the most beautiful village on the plain, Auburn, Alabama. And so as we were traveling back on Highway 280, we had this view of the most beautiful sunset that I'd seen in a long time. So the question is, why do sunsets and why do sunrises have different colors than any other time of the day? So today on Newton's Closet, we're going to explore the idea of sunrise and sunset. So before we start talking about sunrise and sunset, let's talk a little bit about light itself. Now, the light from the sun we classify as white light, and it comes down from the sun to the earth and warms it. It gives us the beautiful light that we have right now, but the light actually is made of multiple pieces. One of the ways that we can figure that out is that we can use something called a prism to create refraction. Refraction is the process of bending light because it slows the light down. And we end up with some distinct colors. We use the term in my classroom, Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And in the process of going through the prism, the longer wavelengths do not bend as much because there's not as many waves that actually impact the prism as the shorter wavelengths, which is the blue. It runs through a larger number of these, and so it bends a little bit more. And so when we come out, we get something called the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. Now, how does that apply to sunlight? Well, the issue with sunlight coming down into the atmosphere is that during the day, sunlight comes directly down into the atmosphere. But at sunrise and sunset, what really happens is the sun comes through much more of the atmosphere than it did before. So because there's more light coming through more atmosphere, therefore there's more bending of light and refraction. And so you end up with the blue light starting to disappear. And then you see the next light starting to disappear. And what you're left with is this beautiful orange-red light. Now, what really happens with great sunsets is you have these clouds in the sky, and these clouds pick up that light and give it to us. And when the sun drops below the horizon, these clouds are lit up beautifully. But then as it starts going even further below the horizon, those clouds become dark, and the clouds that are higher in the sky actually begin to light up just like the clouds did on the lower part of the atmosphere. So a couple of weeks ago, my sister-in-law, Claudia, sent me some beautiful pictures from the bay out by Charleston, South Carolina. And she took two photographs. And they were only separated by a few minutes. The first photograph, you see this beautiful red-orange glow over the entire area. The sky, the reflection in the waves and on the beach. And then a little bit later, there was a different picture. And the different picture was the blues and greens started to come in. And you saw this absolutely, completely different view of the same bay and the same water and the same beach. And if you take those two photographs and you blend them together over time, this is what you'll see. So what did we learn today on Newton's Closet? We learned that the sun is the same. As the earth rotates, the sun hits the atmosphere in slightly different ways. And so as you drive around, as you look off your porch, as you just gaze at what God has done, you have an appreciation of the fact that these colors are given to us through the natural order of things. So go out and look at a sunrise, go out and look at a sunset. I hope you enjoyed this time here on Newton's Closet. I'm Dale. I'll see you next time.